What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Gooped and Gagged podcast. This is episode 5. Oh my goodness. If you haven't already, please follow us. Please rate us. Definitely helps with this journey that we're on, serving real mama. Today we're going to be digging into generational trauma, breaking generational trauma, gentle parenting, raising boys, unpacking the trauma of ick words, Spain's discrimination in different regions, naps helping personal GDP, Asian speaking Spanish, and the world is less homogeneous than it used to be. If you're interested, also please check out our girl, Reina Brito. Yeah, we got babies over here. They, again, serving real mama, okay? But check out our girl, Reina Brito. She has all her stuff up on Spotify and her latest album, On the Record. We love it, and we use a little snippet of I'm Trying.
Goop and Gat.
Oh my God, there she is. Hold on. It's okay. It's okay.
I thought I saw that. I'm like,
She's right
comrade.
here. She's right here. It'll be fine. She because she really wants to go to sleep, and
Me
she'll
too.
sleep through anything.
Me too, comrade. Me too. I want to fucking go to sleep, but no one lets me. I cry too, like inside.
Oh my God, I love your coffee cup.
I'm drinking tea.
It's giving. It's giving.
Excuse the nail that's broken, but it's okay.
It's giving.
I know. Comrade.
Comrade.
It's so hard, baby, to play nice, baby, to be so cool. It's so hard.
I've dated men
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, the
But-
dating pool has poop in it. Tilapia.
And I think it's and we were kind of touching on this yesterday with our conversation about like self-worth and everything. Like I've met these men who are like so ready to commit. They're so ready. They're like right there. They have their career. They're out of the partying phase. They're out of all these things. And it's almost like jumping into like finally doing that jump is just so like death scary for them.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it-
get it.
Exactly. And it's like, and it really is a confidence thing. It's really is like, you can tell they're breaking a lot of generational trauma. So they have zero role models in their own life. And they're just like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm probably going
Right.
to turn out like my daddy.
Right, exactly. And that's exactly what it is. And it's like, well, Andrew, on the other hand, like,
Mhm.
he's like, again, he always comes up. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
'Cause he's a
Like, he's an
unicorn.
enigma because he didn't have that,
Right.
blueprint to know
Yeah.
what it's like to be a husband. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? His father wasn't there, like
Mhm.
present. He
Yeah.
remembers seeing his dad like maybe 3 times in his
Wow.
whole life.
Wow.
And then when his dad came back into his life, he died when he was like 10.
Oh my
So it
God.
was like,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
that was it. Like, he came back and said, all right, bye, for real this time. Like, it's kind of permanent,
Oh my
shit. And I mean, their
You're
relationship
gonna kill
was
me on
so,
the bouncy ball.
and the relationship was so non-existent. I'm laughing like it's not like
Right.
traumatic. But
No,
he's actually,
That's
he's
what we do.
okay.
We laugh through
Right.
the trauma.
Like, this is fine. Just crying and inside.
Exactly.
And the relationship was so non-existent. When he passed away, Andrew's mother told him, he was like, but what about my video game? Like,
Wow.
that was it.
Yeah.
And he's totally fine. He never had that longing.
Right.
Some people are like that. And sometimes when
100%.
things like that happens, it's like either you replicate what happened or you'll be the total opposite.
100%.
Like total opposite. And that's, what he is. And, I guess maybe some people are just hardwired differently, just to be good spouses and supportive and things like that. And others, maybe not so much. So,
That's why I think and that's like the same thing with like looks and like genes. They skip generations. Like maybe those genes are skipping generations
oh
too.
gosh, I hope my boys don't get that because, like I
Right.
said, Drew, he's already questionable. He already acts like a little asshole. So I don't know.
My only hope for like asshole children is that they get it out of their system early on so that they
Yeah.
stabilize later.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that like his assholeness is manifesting. All of my sons, even little broccoli head. Jason.
He's
8 and 2.
he's a
Like
little
these
boss.
boys, they're different. I don't know. I told Andrew, I don't know if the testicle is tainted or maybe it's just the Y sperm that's crazy in there, but they are crazy. The girls don't act like this.
Yeah.
The boys, like
You're
I'm
like,
hoping
thank you
that
very much.
thank you, Andrew. And I'm just hoping that they get it out their system like now. So
Right.
maybe like when they're, middle school and high school, they're just like,
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping because I definitely saw that with Rafa where he was like definitely a little he was just so kind and so considerate and so this and that and, da, 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 da. And now he's like a teenage boy and I'm like I'm gonna
ew, who
let you
are
have
you?
this to a degree just because I don't want to be like that overbearing mother at the same time that's like
Right.
stay in line. But at the same time, I'm also like, I will murder you. Like I can take
Right.
you out of this world as quick as I brought you in. And you were a
Like
quick
tread
labor.
lightly. Tread
Yeah.
lightly.
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly. Tread
Tread
lightly.
quite lightly, yes.
Right. You forget yourself. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
forget
Game
to
of
yeah.
Thrones. You forget yourself. Don't do that now. You
Right.
forget,
Yeah. Go be crazy. That's okay. But when you're back in here, like you know your place.
Right.
Reel it in. Reel it in.
We try, the gentle parenting. Like,
Yes.
hey,
Yeah.
it's like you try to be that nice little mom. How was your day? Baking the
Yes.
cookies and all that thing. Then you turn into a fucking T-Rex, like with an apron. Like, why? And I'm like, they don't want the gentle parenting. I'm like, you want the unevolved me.
Yeah.
See? You
Yeah.
want the high school version
Yeah.
of
You
me.
want
You want
problems.
me. Right. You want violence and
You want
problems, but I'll give you chaos. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like,
I'll keep you on your toes. This ain't just
right.
about fighting.
It's
I will
not.
mentally mess you up too.
Yes. And it's like, you want to get funny, I can get hilarious. It's no problem. Like we can do this,
I
So
can get
just
down. It is.
having
It's
that
cute.
understanding.
It's cute when they, and because your boys haven't grown up, like haven't gotten to their teenage years yet. But let me tell you,
Hope they make it.
they get funny. They get funny when they think they get some height on you.
Oh,
They start forgetting
yes.
themselves. They start forgetting themselves. That's for sure. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you
And
how.
I'm short, so I know they're
Yeah,
going to be tall.
yeah.
And I'm
So
just going to have to break
it's
their
good
knees or
though.
something.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good though, because then they learn their place a lot quicker because they get, it's like the gorillas, you know what I mean? Like the males that are coming up into their
Yeah.
adolescence and then they start
Mm-hmm.
challenging, It's like, yeah,
Right.
challenge me. Let's see where it goes,
I will get on my fours. I can run on my knuckles too. It's totally fine. It's I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that.
How?
I'm telling you, I'm like, you may be big up there, and I'm down here 5'1",
Yeah,
bite-sized fun, but I will take out your kneecaps. Like,
that's
I
real.
will channel my inner Robin from Teen Titans Go, whip out a bow staff, crack, right in the knee, and now we're here. Now you're down here. See, look what you made me do.
Look what you made me
Like,
do.
look what you made me do. I didn't want to
4,000
do this.
termites, and now you have no foundation.
Now you have no foundation.
Because you
Unleash.
wanted to talk crazy.
Why would you do that? But it's
Oh my
okay.
God. Yeah,
It's okay.
100%.
They don't know that side of us, and we
They
don't
don't.
want them to.
They don't
I
know.
try
Yeah.
to keep the lovingness and
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
just nurture
I
you.
also think that that's part of like that's the growth in the generation as well of like why you have people who are because that's also like
Yes.
it's the internet age, it's the information era. So you're
Mm-hmm.
finding your communities even if they're not in your zip code. And there's a lot of communities that are like, trying to heal those generational traumas, trying to do different. And I mean, that's why
Yes.
gentle parenting happened because people went all the way to the other side,
Right.
for
Because of
better or
how we grew
worse.
up,
Mhm.
how it was growing up. Like, you look at the grandparents,
Yeah.
doting, and they're being so sweet. And you're like, "Mm, if that was me, like, 20, 30 years ago, the outcome would have been a little bit different."
Whatever.
You're just looking at them like, who are you people? Like, this is okay. Like, this is what we're accepting. I would never. Like I would never fix my lips or to say such things or even do
Real.
such things
Oh my
because
God, yes. Like I remember I used
what?
to be even saying like pissed off. Like if I
I
was
can't. Oh no, I
no,
still
no,
don't
no.
curse or say anything in
Totally.
front of my mother.
Totally.
No,
And here Rafa is saying like Jesus Christ. And I'm like, your grandfather is right there. What is
it's
your
like don't
problem?
say that. There's no heck.
Yeah.
Definitely not hell. No heck. Nothing. None of the 4-letter variants.
Yeah.
Gosh, no. Oh God. Or
Whoa,
darn.
really? No
Dang.
gosh.
No. Gosh is fine.
Oh,
But
okay,
if
okay.
you said oh God, it's like you know what I mean? It's like the death stare. You know, if you couldn't say certain things, and I'm surrounded, by children, you hear them at school or whatever it is, and they're talking to their parents and they're telling a story, and like, what the fuck, man? Let me tell you what happened at school today. And it's like, you're talking to, and like the parents are like, like they're engaging with it, and I'm just like,
Stop.
and I was like taken aback because I don't even curse in front of my own parents.
Yeah.
My ability to curse is so restricted in front of like my mother per se. When I was in
Yeah.
labor for 40 and a half hours,
Shut up.
I still
You wouldn't.
my brain, it would not allow it. I was in so much pain. I was like, I just making up weird. I was like the weirdest, randomest things, but it wouldn't come out. Like my
Like the
brain
rule was
forgot.
hard coded into your brain.
Yes.
Like,
It's like when you're potty trained, like
yeah.
you'll hold your urine, like you won't pee
Right.
on yourself, you'll
Yeah.
hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Even if
like
you're
that.
like in pain, you're dying, you're like,
Yes.
not until I actually die.
Right. Well, I piss myself.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? That's how it comes to cursing around it just would not come out. And
Wow.
even now, if I'm like cursing, she hears me go, I'm sorry. Like I just
That's
can't.
funny.
Like it
And
won't
what's
come
her
out.
response? What's your mother's response? Like
You
if you
know,
like say something on accident or
she wouldn't even say anything, 'cause I'm
Mm,
almost 40. You know what I
right,
mean? But
right,
it's
right.
just
Yeah. But for you,
my
you're like, I
I'm like,
can't. You
I
got
just
that
can't.
respect. You have that
My
respect for sure.
my mother hates the word fart.
Stop.
If you say fart in front of her, I think that's worse than someone saying like fuck. Honestly, she's like, it's past gas. Say you pass gas. Like if the children say fart, I have them like trained, like don't say fart around grandma.
Oh my
She's
God,
gonna
that's so
lose her
funny. It's
shit.
like how some people
Yes.
feel about the word like moist.
Moist. Yeah. Hers is fart. She just thinks it's the most uncouth, gutter snipe, raggedy word you can say. And that she got that from her mom because her mother
So
was very
funny.
like all about etiquette and being,
What about
proper.
so this is funny. Hold on, let me close this door. Lola, go. Go, go, go. I love you, but go. The dog came in here.
I saw the tail going like this.
She's like, wait,
I
what do you
saw the
want me to do?
tail.
You're kicking me out? I
She's
don't
like, well,
understand what's
why? You
happening.
let the screaming comrade stay here. Like,
Yeah.
why do I have to get
You're
out? Oh, because I have 4 legs, right?
Yes.
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
Discrimination.
Mm-hmm. Like, I see you.
Yep. So, this is funny because when I used to do uh like meditations, I used to do like guided meditations for different groups.
Yes.
And
And they are fabulous.
thank you.
I love them.
I know. And I would go like through the different body parts. And whenever I'd get to butt, I didn't know what to say. And I would say like butt, buttocks. And I can't.
Booty meat. It's like, yeah, what do you say for like derriere, like
Yeah, and especially
rear,
yeah.
backside,
Yeah, exactly. Like
pussy?
it's
Like,
a
what do you
but
say?
it's also it's also real though, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like how I teach Athena like vagina. Like that's a real
Right.
body part. Like you need to understand what, your parts like your elbows and stuff like that.
Right.
But like what about butt? Cuz butt's not really cuz it's still a nickname for
Buttocks.
buttocks, which sounds
Yeah.
so nice.
Buttocks.
Relax your legs, your hips, your stomach,
Mm.
your buttocks.
Ah,
Because it's not like we're not clenching
yeah.
that. A lot of times we do
Right.
that. We got that little, like, we're sucking it in, like, so we gotta relax it. It's real problems.
Relax the butt.
Really
Thank you.
the
I
tension.
needed that. Just release the tension and your cheekage. Like, I don't know. It's like one of those things like, what do you,
Yeah.
backside?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Your seat? That ass. It's like, I guess you have to know the
That
group,
ass?
right? That ass. I guess you have to know the group. But yeah, body parts can be weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ass is a weird one.
Yeah, exactly. I should just say ass.
Relax the cooter.
Relax your ass. Yeah, I mean, it sounds a lot better than butt.
That's okay. On
Right.
the subject of butts,
Mm.
right? When my children tell me they need to use the restroom, I'm like, okay. But when they say they have to doo-doo,
Oh,
I can't take that word. That's my moist.
really? That's your moist doo-doo.
Ew. Yeah. I can't. I hate that word. I hate it. Like,
Release the Kraken.
it's just like so. It's just so gross. Like,
Okay. Yeah, what's the image that comes to your head?
like Mr. Hanky, like from South Park, like hard formed poop.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
it's
Like
just doo-doo.
crusty, like
Yeah.
aged,
I'm like, can you say
nasty.
poop?
Yeah.
Even caca is
Caca. We say
better.
caca here.
Caca, yeah.
Mhm.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
You're like,
And
in
it's
this
just so,
house, we don't say doo-doo.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, just say I have to take a shit. I mean,
It's so funny.
doo-doo. I'm like, don't say that. Say I have to poop, or I don't know. This,
Release your bowels.
yes, I don't know, but or as Drew calls it, like booty fart, whatever.
Booty
He,
fart.
yeah, and he also says things smell like booty fart if it stinks. Like if a
Yeah.
towel's been in the bathroom for a while, he go, "Oh, this smells like booty fart."
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay,
I like it. I like it. It's accurate.
I liked it too. It made me laugh.
It is a visual, some
I'm like, oh,
comedic relief, but it's very
I'm
real.
like,
It's like
it
booty
must
fart.
really stink.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I'm like, okay, that's probably smells awful. I will
This
take
is
your word for
serious.
it. The towel is,
It's ready to go.
It's ready to go. It's been a week at this point. I'm sure it's time to go. But yeah,
It's
doo-doo, I
cooked.
can't. That word doo-doo, it just
That's so funny. How long have you felt that way about this word?
a therapy session.
Yeah.
How long have you been victimized by doo-doo? I don't know, like as long as I can remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I remember, like, literally, I was 7 years old. We were walking home from the park, and we were walking like with a group of other children,
Yeah.
like neighbors or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have to do. I'm like, that word is disgusting. Like, I guess it always triggered me.
Interesting.
I'm like, just say poop. Or number two, I was like really annoyed that they kept saying they
Wow.
had to do. I like snap. I'm like, stop saying that. Just say poop. Number two. Anything else, just not the D word. And they were
Not
like,
the
I think my
D.
sister used to make fun of me.
Wow.
Yeah. Like,
Now it's like it sounds like there's a lot of trauma here that we could
yeah, a lot to unpack. And then I feel like you're AD and I'm Clay. I can't stop talking about doo-doo. It's
but when
very
they
disturbing.
say it, it makes me cringe. Mm-hmm.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay. I'm all
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
It doesn't trigger me as much as it used to. I still go.
Oh.
Just
So
say I have to
it's
go.
definitely from your childhood then.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I don't know who's ever smeared it on me or anything.
I almost wonder, like, if you knew that your mother also had such strict rules about what you could and couldn't say, maybe doo-doo felt like
uncouth,
childish
right?
and
And
uncouth
nasty.
and like uneducated.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
because your mom
fart.
comes off as a very classy woman.
You
She's
know
got
what?
the around these words, especially you can tell by the word choices people have,
Yes, she
which
would
is
not
wow.
use certain words. Oh, and ain't was not allowed in the house. And I
Oh,
still don't allow them to say it. Ain't.
mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
hint.
We
I guess it.
we yeah. There's I feel like the joy of having a mother who English was not her first language. We
Mhm.
could get by with a lot.
This is true. But I bet the Spanish was top notch,
Hmm.
straight
Yeah.
from the source.
Straight from the source. It
Like
was. It
that was
really was.
Spanish, Spanish. Like,
Hmm. Yeah. Except it's funny
yes.
because I could never listen to like when it came to the accent,
Hmm.
people always said I sounded Colombian. Like I don't have any accent.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah. But
interesting.
I can do like my mother's accent, which is like
Oh, can I
very
hear it?
Spanish. She's from
Oh,
Jaén, which is the south, and
okay.
it's like the South in Spain is kind of considered the same as like say the South in the United States of like any
Oh,
country. In most
okay.
countries, there's like always that cultural differentiation between the North
Yes.
and the South. And
Midwest.
yes,
Like, yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the South of Spain, they're considered, the stereotype is that they're less educated, they
Ah.
don't enunciate their words very well,
Mm-hmm.
that they're kind of like in Spain that they're partiers, that they're very loud or. And so
I
that
got
was
it.
the kind of Spanish that I always thought that was like Spanish people. And then I met people who were like I would hear others kind of say things about them and they're like, "Oh,
Hmm.
son muy pijos." Like they're really stuck up. And I was
Ah.
like, interesting. Like, how do you
Oh,
figure?
okay.
Or like, huh. And it would be because they were from the north or they were from. So
Hmm.
it was definitely a wake up call. And I
Interesting.
realized, oh shit, we're like in the roots over here, which is
Ah, you're like in the
yeah.
sticks, huh?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You're
So
like the John Deere, like of España, like in the John Deere region. Like you know how in the South here, it's like everyone drives like tractors,
yeah.
and that's how they think of them.
Yeah. But it
Okay.
it, it was that but it was more like I mean it's more because there's also like gypsies, they call them, like or
Really?
travelers, I believe,
In
like
Spain?
in yeah, girl.
Oh, they travel, so I guess
Well, yeah,
it makes
but there's
sense.
like flamenco.
Yeah.
That's from gypsies.
Really?
Yeah. So actually the North doesn't even claim flamenco. They think it's
Oh.
very I mean it's literally um like stomp in the South or like yeah, it's
Oh.
considered very
Like
like very
uncouth and not
fringe. It's
traditional.
not yeah, it's not part of the
Oh.
original culture. But
Oh.
this is kind of the joke about Spain too, because Spaniards when they're in Spain will be all like high and mighty about their region. And
Hmm.
then when they're out of Spain, they claim all of Spain as theirs. They go, oh yeah, flamenco and da 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 da, and this is us and blah, 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 and olives. And it's like,
Olives.
motherfucker.
They said olives. But that's kind of how it is with Americans too. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like,
it
oh,
is.
I'm not from the South. I'm
Mm.
from New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I'm from California,
Yeah.
or certain parts of California, I should
Yeah.
say, it's so
Yeah. But
huge.
then you
Like,
start playing Sweet Caroline in like France and you're like, sweet.
yeah, America. Yeah, you're like, since when? Okay, what's next? Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama, But when you're in America, it's like,
You're like, pass.
I don't like that. That's country, whatever. But if you go somewhere else and they're playing it like in Germany,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
like,
They're
oh,
like,
I'm
oh,
American.
they're like,
Yeah,
where are you? Who are you? Come here. Let's connect. Yeah.
exactly. Totally. And we do it here, whether it's state basis, region. Like
Yes.
again, California, for example. Someone from LA will be really offended if you ask them, are they from Eureka, California?
Really?
See?
I
I
never,
mean,
I don't even know
do you even know
Eureka.
what Eureka is? There you
No.
go. There you go. It's way up north. Way up
Arguably,
there.
I'm not really from, I mean,
You lived there long enough.
I
But
have. I
California is
should start committing
huge.
to the geography. I should
It's
start.
huge. It's huge. Okay, put it this way. Let's say someone from like SoCal would be offended if you said they're from Stockton.
Again, I've
You
heard of
don't know
Stockton. I
Stockton?
don't know where it is. I've heard of Stockton. I
Okay.
don't
Nate Diaz, UFC, Stockton.
know.
He's
Okay.
from there.
Okay.
Um, let's see.
I
Let's
didn't
see.
know Nate
Rancho
Diaz was from
Cucamonga.
Stockton.
Yeah, Rancho Cucamonga or Englewood.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the wood, y'all.
Yeah,
But
hey.
yeah, Nate Diaz is from Stockton.
Okay. All right.
Yes, he is.
Very cool. Very cool.
Fun fact. But
Fun
yeah, that
fact.
makes total sense. I want to get to Spain one day. I want to
Mhm.
get there, just
Spain's
travel.
great. I love Spain. I've
They
learned
have naps. Fuck,
they
like
have naps.
that's all I need. Do they go back to work after these naps?
It depends. Yes, sometimes it depends on like
Oh,
the industry or it depends like on the, but yeah. It's basically like an extended lunch.
okay.
And like stores shut down and everything.
For how long?
Yeah. Well, also it depends on where you are because,
Okay.
old world is starting to realize
Mm-hmm.
how unproductive that makes the economy.
I guess. But
When
naps are really productive for people. I need naps.
Yeah, exactly. Like not productive for the economy, but definitely productive for my GDP.
Yes, I need that. How long do things close? Like two
Like two,
hours?
3 hours.
Are you serious? Like the
Yeah.
bank will close for like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
hours
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like
so you can
the
go sleep
the
in
the
the safe?
grocery store, the like it'll be a ghost town. But again, it depends on where because smaller towns
Oh,
100%. In the
okay.
city, like in the, there'll be some places still open and especially if they're like a chain that comes from the west or comes from
Mm-hmm.
like wherever, then they'll be like no, like these are, they're bringing over kind of they understand that it's really good for business to be the only one that's open. The
Right.
other is like, and this is obviously not a friendly term to be using for all Asians, but in Spanish, oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm. She's like, talk about Russia.
Yeah,
Enough
exactly.
about this España talk.
Yeah, she's like, can we talk about the oppression in Russia, you guys? Like, like what the hell?
Mm.
Um, but they say like los chinos, which is like Chinese,
Right,
but
Chinese.
really they just use it for all Asian.
Okay, that's pretty just a
Yeah,
broad
yeah.
umbrella term.
They're making their life easier, I guess. But
Yeah.
they, you know,
She has input.
oh, Choco, Choco, it's okay. It's okay. I know you want to go back to
Aw.
sleep.
She's having dreams. Oh.
There we go. She's eating. So yeah, so they will and again, stereotypes, it's old
Mm-hmm.
world, so there's a lot of that going around. But
Mm-hmm.
the stereotype is that los chinos are muy luchadores. Like they're very good at business, they're very good at making money, they're very good at hustling. And what is happening now is that
Wait, they
los
have a Chinese population in Spain?
they have an everything population in Spain. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's funny you
Is
say that because I
is
used to
your
go to
mind
a nail
blowing right now?
salon. Yes, I used to go to a nail salon, right? And the owner was Chinese, I believe. She could have been Korean, but I think she was Chinese. And her workers were all, like Central American, South American.
Yeah.
And she spoke fluent Spanish.
Oh, snap.
She was the Chinese or Korean woman was,
Yeah.
fluent
Oh,
in
wow.
Spanish.
Oh,
I mean, my mind was blown then. And it's just like, I feel like Chinese or like anyone who has like a really difficult language as a first language can pick up other languages so quickly. My mind was just blown. Like she was speaking to them in fluent Spanish, like the accent and everything. I was like,
dang. I wonder
I
if
was like,
she's actually
damn,
if she actually spent time in Mexico. Because
that's what
there's
I'm
a,
saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's like, I mean, it's actually really funny. Is that really loud?
No, she's good. Maybe I'm used
Really?
to it.
Maybe I'm used to it.
Girl, I have like 30 children running around. My house is like a fucking unsanctioned
I don't
daycare.
know, because
I don't
sometimes
know.
the mic is really good. Sometimes but
No,
you
I
can
hear
hear
her,
me.
but she's not like screaming about the upside down and Stranger Things. Remember when they went to Russia? She's
So
not screaming
funny.
that. She's good. She's just telling me, tell us what's going on. She has input.
She's got things to say.
She has stuff to
Okay.
say.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So, yeah. Well, what I was saying before about the los chinos, like, the whole stereotype, because they now that they're coming into Spain, they're starting their businesses. They
Hmm.
have like they have like cigarette shops, or they have like
Yeah.
just shops, where you can go and buy stuff. And that's kind of the problem with Spain, is that there's very little in terms of like grocery store chains, because it's
Mm.
very much of the old school model of like, you get your meat from this place, you get your bread from that place, you get your
Right.
this from that, and so it's really inconvenient, it's super inefficient. But the people who are figuring it out, of like, no, people want like a place where they can shop for everything, and it's like
Hmm.
things are actually in stock, and so that's becoming, like that's becoming a thing.
Ah,
But los chinos, as they say it in Spain, they stay open, and they make great business, because they
I'm
know, they're
sure.
like, these stupid Spanish people are taking naps. They're closing their stores.
They're like, not us.
They're like, thank you, actually, right? Because now
Right.
people who are out or doing stuff, or need stuff to,
Oh,
to buy or whatever, they're open. They're like, yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah, that's good business.
Spain is popping, huh? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Like, I feel like Chinese people, they can migrate anywhere and
Mm-hmm.
they'll be all right. Like in
Yeah.
Jamaica, they have a lot of Jamaican Chinese.
Really? That's
Yeah.
cool. That's
Yes,
dope.
they have Jamaican Chinese. Like if you go to Jamaica and like little enclaves,
Yeah. Yeah.
you think they'll have a Jamaican accent and everything. They
Yeah,
look
yeah, yeah.
Chinese, but
That's
yeah. And in
awesome.
Mexico, that's funny. I had
Yeah.
no idea they were in Spain. I
Oh.
kind of feel like George Bush when he said that thing, there are black people here too.
Wait,
He
what did
said
he
that out
say?
loud. I think it was when he went to Brazil, when he was president. He was like, "Oh, there are black people here too." It's
He
like,
did not.
let me look it up. I'm
Oh
pretty
my
sure he
God.
said that.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
like,
so
keep that in here.
Keep that in here.
Keep that in here.
I do
Like,
feel like the world is becoming more aware of the fact that, like, it's the world is becoming less homogenous,
yes.
and like has actually always been, less homogenous than we believe it to be. It's just that there's been these communities,
It's
and
so
they don't get a lot of
hard,
airtime.
baby, to
Right.
play nice, baby, to be so cool. It's so hard, baby. I'm struggling, baby. What you do?
You were just listening to the Gooped and Gagged podcast with Vanessa and Pilar. And you just heard I'm Trying by our girl Reina Brito. You can find her on Spotify, and the album from which that song came from on the record. Check her out, and we'll see you next week.